Type Soul. Faded is right. That video was a true and authentic gem. Okay, so you might be wondering, why is this guy on a copy? What is this guy doing? Is he trying to get banned? No, okay. I'm on this copy for a good reason. Okay, you can see in my hotbar, I'm on Hakata. Okay, and so to show you why I'm here, I need an NPC. This guy. I need to pair him. What was that? Like, the neurons are frying off in your brain right now with pattern recognition, okay? If that was Go Shoryu. Okay, and this copy had that before Type re-released. Okay? When Type was closed, this copy had Shoryuken. Okay, so that means that animation, that moves files were leaked before the Type re-release. Okay, that's important. I mean, I'm not really telling a story here, but like, I think it's a good thing to note, you know. So my point is, Faded is completely right. You know, what does this have to do with his videos? Because I'm bringing this up because I played this copy over like last year, dude. Okay. Yes. Okay. I was one of those dudes who just couldn't let it go and loved Type. Okay, you see I got the mobile loadout of Doom right here. Cough, cough. Anyways, back to what I was saying. You see I got the mobile loadout of Doom on it right here. I got my hotbar full. But a lot of the changes that Faded was talking about, like Tor Reach becoming a guard breaker in the air, that also happened here. Like that. That would have guard broken him if he didn't just guard break me, okay? But the point is, a lot of the changes he's talking about, they happen here. Like, I experienced it firsthand before any of the stuff got to real Type. So, I'm kind of distracted fighting this stupid NPC. Okay. But, it was basically Hakuta hell, okay? The owner of this game can attest to this, okay? Because I made some nasty Hakuta slots, and I was on mobile too. All right, I would come up on here on mobile on my phone, and I would whoop spec users, okay? Just because Hakuta was just that broken. Not to say the other skill trees weren't as well. They were, but Kendo probably is like a close second, but not as much. And then speed was, you know, the all-time number 1 top meta, no matter what. Because if you played copies, you know, okay, you know how speed is. All right. I'm not gonna tell you the name of this copy, by the way, because I don't want to get in trouble for like advertising the copy, because I'm not. Okay, but I'm making this video to let it be known. This move, the same animation and everything, functions similar. Okay, I had my fun with it, okay, before it ever reached main Type, okay? You do a Tor Reach, you can instantly do a Shoryuken, and that would combo extend. It was amazing for Hakuto, by the way, because if you could land a rising shot, Shoryuken came out frame 1, just like Go Shoryu in the game, in main game, so you could but in the air it also made the it wasn't polished like main Type, because in the air it also did the what should I call it, the catching dragon effect on their body, but also maintained airtime throughout that whole catching dragon effect. So you could do a Keto move and then you could go back to doing a Hakuto move like rising shot. It was super busted. Yeah. And also, true off of parry, by the way. Like, just the most inane nonsense. Yes, that's exactly what it was. There was also this move. I'm not sure if that's, you know, in the Type files, or if it was in the Type files. But yeah. Another thing I wanted to talk about, which is why I brought this copy about. Data just got wiped in this copy. Because they're trying to bring it back. I'm not gonna name names, but if you know, you know. They're trying to bring it back in the summer. But Type Soul as a game kind of went the copy route. And by that I mean allowing old specs to be used as essences, right? That is basically the copy route. Okay, because copies did it first. Type Soul knows copies did it first. Copies are popular enough for the main game owners to have tried them out, okay, and know all about them. I'm not saying they have, but like, come on, they probably have. All right, I would if I was a type dev. Okay. Oh, geez. Okay, back to what I was talking about. So yes, a lot of the essences that main game type has now were in copies first. A lot of them are in their old. Yeah, but a lot of them are in their old states, like whatchamacallit, dual destruction, right? The double Sarah explosion grab ground slam thingy with hyper armor that combo extends. The nasty wait a second parry check bypass block thing. Yeah, it doesn't bypass block here in its old version, but it combo extends truly because it has true ragdoll. Okay. So yeah, you could do it in like it would perfectly combo extend in the fast fang, yeah, or Hakuna move like Tor Reach. Perfectly combo extend. Okay, Grasp was also in the game in this copy. Another perfect combo extender. Ragdolled them on the floor for a while, and you could perfectly combo extend with practically any move. You know, another move that type, you know, of course, Type Soul didn't actually add this one, but another move that was added as an essence for the grunt player base. Oh, what was it called? The Quincy Spear. You know, Reiatsu Javelin. Yes, that's the move. It was added as a Keto essence, right? But you only need 20 Keto, so it was really awesome. You could, if you're one of those builds where you go 20 Keto just for slide, then yeah, you could also get a Reiatsu Javelin. And you have slide right here, and Reiatsu Javelin right here at your ending markers over here, your last two slots. Just to, you know, they're just really good moves, honestly. But in this version, they you could only do the M1. You couldn't do the M2 throw. You know, just to note that. So that's another, like, that whole thing of adding essences to games, or adding essences to the game that have been in the game previously, but now polishing them and remaking them, you know, better, and then allowing the public to use them. Copies did that first. So, I'm not trying to throw shade, I swear, but like, I think it should be pointed out. Okay, Type Soul went the copy route, and you guys are kind of paying for it now. This is why the game is so imbalanced now, because what this copy did was make everything in balance, and then that was the only way everything could compete with each other. What Type Soul is doing is basically that, except they're not doing it for all races. You know, they're just allowing things to be unbalanced for specific races, and then other races kind of get ignored. You know, or they just get like the one super hard, by the way, like the elements like Morph and Almighty. Like, apart from those, SR and Quincy aren't really meta, like, at all. Like, at all. Okay? And I'm talking about ranked and, like, I mean, as far as main game goes, it's all kind of the crap, because Rendon thrown in the mix is basically meta with anything. Okay? I have a Fear build. Fear, yes, that low tier element, but because the T true combos it with Rendon, it is just amazing, because all your moves are super pressurable. Like, you give off so much pressure. So the move that just pauses you for a second and then gives you iframes as you rush toward your opponent, and if you land it, you can get true combos. That move is, of course, amazing with Rendon. I'm talking about pure T. So yeah. Oh, also, another thing that should be noted: one of the type battleground like esque copies, where it's not like a genuine copy like this, but it's just a BG. So they just have the map, like the the plain map with the spawn in the middle of the map, and you go out and you fight after you make a build. They're basically for like training your builds or whatever. But they work differently from. Okay, but back to what I was saying about the BG copies. One of those actually had the reworked Alpha Strike essence. Yes, so I wanted to note that as well. You know, I don't really have a lot of faith. Okay, so now I guess I am throwing shade, but I don't really have a lot of faith in the Type Soul devs anymore because I personally don't think that these copies are just getting their hands on this stuff. You know, just somehow. Like that BG that had the Alpha Strike updated essence is still out there. You know, I'm not sure which one it is. I could probably show it if you guys ever want me to. If this video even gets that many views, but yeah, like in my personal opinion, I think they're doing like some crazy like Jewish insider trading stuff, right? like they're purposely giving these files out to copy devs, okay, for large sums of money. In my opinion, I think that's what's going on. All right, they're making a profit. That's what they're really doing. All right, so that should also be noted. But what else was I going to say, man? Oh yeah, I was also supposed to talk about Rendon. So Rendon is to Blade Dancer. As you can see, this copy has it. It is peak, by the way. If you've never tried it, it's bladed Hagura. Okay, Rendon is not 1-to-1 bladed Hagura. Rendon is like, it doesn't have true uplifts. You know what I mean? Like you bring somebody in the air, and so that's an uplift, but it's not a true uplift like Hagura is. Like you're not stationary to do the combo. Like you can be stationary in the air to do moves like this, or the aerial Tor reach for variant. You know what I mean? So Rendon or Blade Dancer was true bladed Hagura. All right. It's awesome. By the way, it's super fun, of course. But yeah, evil copies, bro. So you can't have fun on copies, you know, or else Type devs will ban you or whatever. But yeah, another thing I kind of I really don't like is that they ban people for being affiliated with copies. Like, bro, you guys are the ones that gave them the files in the first place. Like, come on. Somebody on the inside is definitely like honeypotting these. I don't know, not honeypotting, but like they're insider trading, bro. Okay, you guys are all like spiritually Jewish, just like giving up these files to them. Okay, so don't blame me. Okay, don't blame the copy devs. Okay. If you got banned for being affiliated with copy, I'm gonna let you know. Yes, that is BS. Okay, because these Type devs, there's no way they're not. I mean, like, it's all too suspicious to me. Okay, I won't say they're 100% behind it, but maybe they got like a mole on the inside. All right. Yeah. Anyways, that's basically all I made this video for. I wanted to make the point to say that all the stuff has been leaked. Like Shoryuken, that's been leaked. Alpha Strike reworked version. Yeah, because if you've seen the old version, you know. It is super busted, by the way. It's so annoying to play against. Basically gives you free iframes, frame 1. And if you're hit, by the way, in it, you can just do moves while you're doing the teleport attacks. And it does 3 attacks. They're all parryable, but it's a very hard parry window. You know what I mean? Because it comes out frame 1. You know, in Type, you telegraph your moves and stuff because you have combos and mix-ups that you want to do. You know. So interrupting somebody's telegraph move, like if they land a rising swallow on you and then you M1 immediately after to interrupt what move they have planned, it kind of messes with your brain, you know. You might, it's like that Yujiro Hanma scene, if you know, you know, alright? But yeah, as basically all I made this video for. Fate is 100% right. The game is Hagura Hell right now. It would be Hagura Rendon Full Hell, but, you know, thankfully, Rendon is now banned from ranked. That's kind of good for me because I just made a Rendon build. If you see, I just made 2 videos about my Rendon build. Very fun, by the way. Rendon is amazing. I'm saying way too much, but yeah. Thank you, Faded, for making that video talking about the state of the game right now, because it is Haku to hell. Okay, Haku to hell. And then main game, you gotta fight an Almighty, and then you gotta fight a Morph, and then you gotta fight someone on Goshoryu, and they do their. Oh my gosh, dude! You should have seen the combos I did. Okay. I think I talked about it before, but like the combos I would do, yes, you could use Spider-Man straight into Shoryuken in the air, and Shoryuken would air combo stand perfectly. I talked about it before, but the owner of this copy has literally talked to me, and they know me because I kind of have a bigger reputation on this copy. yes, I play copies. Yes, I'm a copy demon. But they literally know me, okay, and they called me the mobile demon, okay, because I would hop on mobile and I would beat up PC users with nasty builds, okay. Every build I've ever made on this copy has been busted, okay, and it's been a premonition. It's been a training essentially for what type it has sort of become, honestly, because I'm not like the state of type right now is just atrocious. Like, especially with Rendon getting added too. The problem with Blade Dancer-esque skill trees, I think, comes from the concept of, like, the idea / concept of the skill tree itself. Like, you're blade dancing. You're not exactly focused on being super fast and speed. You're not like a true art of the sword user like a kendo. No, you're more like a flashy bladed weapon, aerial combat, probably, maybe, user, you know? And if you know the Blade Dancer moves, okay, I might do a showcase on it if you guys want, just like a one-to-one comparison of Blade Dancer to Rendon. I planned to do that, but I kind of got in the way. But I can do that if you guys want me to. But, like, if you know the Blade Dancer skill tree right here, like with all these moves and stuff, it's kind of glitched, by the way. You have to go over here to see what they do and stuff. But if you know exactly how busted it is, you know exactly what the combos are, and basically the way it worked in this copy, the way they allowed it to exist, is they basically nerfed damage to jack squat nothing. So if you made a Blade Dancer build, you did no damage, essentially. You were no damage bladed Haku. And that's the way they balanced it, because the combos are super broken. You're like a DMC character, alright? I was like a DMC character. Man, you should have seen me. Man. Alright? Where's myself? But it's justified, okay? Yeah. But, jeez, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying. It was so busted. Oh my gosh, dude. Like, this game, this copy, it really has just been, it's been the step 1 to what Type Soul is now, step 2, right? It had the skill boxes, the essences that were specs before. It had the new elements that were super busted because it had copy elements, right? Gojira, if you know about Gojira, bro, oh my gosh. Gojira is some cheese, buddy. Whew. Had a nasty build, popular build, of course. I'm the Ghostwalk demon, that's what yes. I was the only Ghostwalk user in this copy. It's super busted, by the way. Rebuff Ghostwalker, hashtag rebuff Ghostwalker, by the way, because it is nerfed to crap right now, and the move sometimes just glitches and doesn't even work. It's just so cooked. But yeah, this game has just been the #1 premonition to what was going to happen to Type, and I would have never expected it, honestly. I would never expect that they would make a Dual Destruction a public essence, because it is just so busted, and there's no way to, like, they even buffed it too. They made it unblockable. Like, you can't block it, you can parry it, but it goes straight through block, you know, like it's busted. But thank you for watching. Faded is right, 100% right. The game is in Hawk of the Hell. Fullbringer Keto is super busted. By the way, here's the way the ketos go. Okay, Fullbringer at number 1 right now, obviously. And then Arankar Keto is right after that. And then SR Keto, and then last is Q Keto. You guys aren't gonna like that, but it's a truth nuke. You normies ain't truth nuke. You normies ain't ready to swallow. All right. Q Keto is the worst keto in the game right now. Okay, it's not even close. SR Keto will still molest the average build. Okay, it's not even close. Okay. Yeah, I generally don't think there's anything else I need to touch on in the subject, but like playing copies prepared me. Type Soul did rent the copy route, and Rendon / Blade Dancer will always be broken. I don't know if it's going to be banned from rank forever, but if it is, I guess that's tough, because I didn't make the slot about Rendon, but like I changed my build just to use Rendon, and it's been really fun. And it's a shame I kind of got to just let it go now, because I can't play it in ranked. I basically can't play it at all. All right, I'm just a mobile ranked player. That's really all I do in the game. Yeah, I don't farm for anything. I don't even do raids. Yeah. Thank you for watching. Go sub to Faded Dust. He's a go-to YouTuber. He's great at the game, and you could tell from his experience, he knows what he's talking about with this game. Okay. I hope type improves, but like I said, I don't have 100% a lot of faith in it, because I think it's really suspicious how copies had all these files before. And you know what I'm gonna say? This isn't like secret knowledge, by the way, but like one of these copies, maybe it's just one I'm not gonna say, but one of these copies actually had the Rendon files already. So it's like it is so cooked. It's beyond cooked, dude. Like, how did they get their hands on that? It's just too suspicious to just think they got it by themselves. I think Type Soul does have something to do with it, maybe. I'm not calling you a lie and cheat steal, but I'm calling you a lie and cheat steal. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I think you know what I'm saying. Anyways, a doggy and out. Thank you for watching. Hashtag buff triple striker. Remove the end lag from the cutscene where you're place locked, stuck looking in one direction, so you can do moves when they're right to your side, like, I don't know, an aerial grand entrance, but you think that's the aerial version, okay, but no, that's the grounded version. But hashtag buff triple striker and hashtag buff ghost walk, okay, those moves freaking suck now. And hashtag nerf ghost short you. Frame 1 aerial combo extender, as well as combo tech maker, and true off parry move is not balanced, and it's not good for the game. Okay, I've experienced it firsthand. Tor reach, also guard breaking in the air when it's already hard enough to avoid on the ground, because it's so many active frames, right? Like Faded talked about in one of his other videos, so many active frames, and you have 2 hits that you have to parry or dodge. And if you dodge the first hit, you can't dodge the second one, obviously, unless you no, you can't do it, because there's a cooldown between pressing Q and flash stepping. Like, that's as quick as you can do it, and that's not quick enough, I'm pretty sure, to dodge Tor reach grounded version. So yeah, nerf some Hakuna moves, nerf FB Keto, probably nerf AR Keto. You guys won't like that one. Also, I think they nerfed SR Keto, but you should probably nerf that too. Q Keto is mostly cucked already, I'll be honest with you, so you guys are gonna hate me, because you'll probably just think I'm a Quincy Glazer. Alright, average person I talk to always thought I was just on Quincy Glazer. They never saw the rationale behind my points, but I hope some of you out there can see, okay? And if Kikito, I'm not saying Kikito doesn't have anything that doesn't need to be nerfed. If it does, nerf it, alright? But like, another thing, like with the essences, like, of course they would add dual destruction, but they wouldn't add, this guy just joined the game. So fried. Like they would add dual destruction, but they wouldn't add javelin essence. Of course, right? Because nothing for Quincy's, bro. Everybody hates them. They get so much flack for no reason. Long live Wander Rick, yo. Okay. Thanks for watching. I'm out. This video is 25 minutes. Whoa. Hi, thanks for watching. If you didn't watch, that's cool too. Just adding this at the end as a TLDR. If the video is too long, you didn't want to listen, or the audio was too chopped, I'm sorry. I should have recorded it through this way, through CapCut, but I did it on the Mobizen app because I thought it would be better. But it wasn't, obviously, so here we are. Anyways, TLDR, basically all I say in this video is Faded was right. You need to nerf Tora Reach, and you need to nerf this Shoryuken move, okay? Go Shoryu. It is just utter nonsense. Frame 1, inane BS. Also, Type Soul went the copy route essentially by adding Rendon. It was basically paying homage to Blade Dancer. I think it was like one of the only skill trees custom made by Copy Dev, by the way. And then the last thing that I said was that by adding essences as a public available thing for the player base to use, by adding essences that were old specs as a public available thing for the player base to use, their Type is basically going the copy route because copies did that first, and Type is essentially copying the copies of Type. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like they're kind of doing a feedback loop right now where they saw the effect these had, they saw how players had fun with them. Cute, like example A, Type Ego. I'm not really advertising that one. It's super dead and no one's going to play it, but you know, that one was a big one. And if you know about Type Soul, and you know a lot of info about it, you probably know about Type Ego. Okay, but yeah, thanks for watching. Faded is right. I hope this stuff gets nerfed. I'm sad my Rendon build got cucked, but it is what it is. Hashtag rebuff Ghostwalk and hashtag rebuff Triple Striker. Okay, 2 off meta. Yes, they're off meta. Nobody uses them now because they suck. Okay, 2 off meta goat moves. Okay, bye. Love you. God bless. All right. Jesus Christ is Lord. Yeah, man. Peace out.